I want to thank everybody for being here this morning, and it could have been hotter, so we can choose to complain or we can choose to enjoy the sun and be out here and enjoy this. So thank you all so much for being here. I want to start with our staff that set all this up, that coordinated this. So thank you so much, staff, water plant staff, our office staff. Second of all, MCN for being here and recording this. Thank you so much, Roy and your crew. Appreciate that. I want to thank Parks and Recreation, who helped us set up all this, the sound. Denny, you're here. Thank you, Denny, for all that. Appreciate it. I also want to thank our board, obviously our McAllen Public Utility Board. Our chairman is here, Mr. Charles Amos. Thank you so much. We had a couple of board members that just could not be here. Elvira, Public Works Director, thank you so much. Our city engineer, Eduardo Mendoza, is also here. Thank you guys, appreciate it. So I want to thank our board. I want to thank Hidalgo County Irrigation District number 1, their board president, Mr. Bobby Bell. Thank you for being here, sir. Tommy Garcia, vice president, and their general manager, Rusty McDaniel. Thank you, Rusty. Their engineer, Isael Posadas, SDI Engineering, is here. Our engineer for the project, Alan Boo from Meldon and Hunt, is also here. Thank you, Alan. So I want to thank you all for being here. The providers of the pumps, Jim Livingston is here from Dynamic Pump Systems. Thank you for being here. And so what are we here for? So we are here to celebrate this plant opened back in 2005. So about 18 years ago, this plant opened, and we've only had one raw water provider since that time. And that's a long time to have one supplier of water to a water plant. And we know that at times irrigation districts have to do maintenance, and we've had several instances when we've been down, and by down I mean they're not delivering water to us. So to have our second water supplier is obviously very, very important. I was just talking to Woods Davis, and he was telling me about the capabilities of our new pump system and the SCADA capabilities, and that District 1 will be able to monitor the flow. We will be able to monitor the flow. And so this is just things that we couldn't do before. So Alan, thank you so much for the design on this, because we didn't have that capability before. And keeping up with the growth of this city is tremendously tough. And we have our city commissioner here, Mr. Joaquin Zamora, sitting in the front, and it's really tough keeping up with the growth of this city. It's unbelievably, it's a challenge, but we're up for the challenge. And our directors, David Garza, wastewater, Edward Gonzalez here, the director of water systems, have a tough task in keeping up with the growth of the city. And this is part of it. So I just want to thank everybody for coming, for being a partner to us in this very important project. And this is just stage 1 of 3 or 4 stages that are coming. So the next stage is to double the capacity of this plant here. So we want to go from 11 to 22, and we will be doing that hopefully soon, God willing. And so a lot of things that are on our plate that we needed to take care of to keep up with the growth of the city. So I usually ask, a lot of people don't know, and we can play the Price is Right high-low game, but how many people realize the average demand of the city of McAllen? How many gallons does this city use on an average day? And a lot of people don't understand that. And I get, we have the opportunity to do what's called new employee orientation at the city. And I'll ask some of these new employees, and they'll say 500,000 gallons a day. No, more than that. A million? Can't be a million. More than that. And so the city uses on average about 23 million gallons a day. And a lot of people don't realize that. You just open up your sink, or you take a shower, and you just think, when I open that, it's going to be there. There's a lot of folks that are working hard to make sure that happens on a daily basis. So again, thank you all. I'm going to ask that our chairman please come and say some words, and then we will ask our commissioner and then the irrigation district to please also address you also. Mr. Chairman, could you come up, please? Thank you.
From all of the board, I want to welcome you all here. This has been, I'm going to call it a labor of love. because it has taken a few challenging steps to get this accomplished. Redundancy has been a premier process that we go through here at the utility. We want to be able to supply water no matter what. And if one irrigation district can't supply water, we now have a second one here that can supply us the water. So those are very important things because that increases our reliability. More importantly to me is that everybody that is here, in particular with Irrigation District number 1, they have been patient with us to get this accomplished, and I'm thankful that we have gotten to this point. It has taken some real big effort from their board, their general manager, their engineer, as well as our staff and our hired engineer, Alan Booth. But it took the team together. I spoke to Irrigation District 1's board quite some time ago, and I talked to them about team. And, you know, we at the city are a team, and, you know, water and sewer divisions are a team. And whenever there's a real tough spot, we all get together and work as a team. And that's what we're looking forward to with Irrigation District number 1. The future of McAllen is north. We all know that. And we're going to be relying on District 1 for that reliability further north as the time progresses. But this, to me, is just finishing that philosophy of redundancy. We have 2 power supplies from 2 different substations feeding all of our plants. We have backup generation or power takeoff that will continue to operate. And it just gives us great confidence that we have a system that is going to be reliable for the citizens of McAllen as well as those in other cities that we sell water to. So again, thank everybody for the hard work. I will single out Israel Posada. He has been he didn't start here, but he did come through the city as an engineer in training. And he has come to be one of the better engineers in the valley, in my opinion. But it's his hard work and the vision that we could both come up with that brought us to where we are. And I want to thank, more importantly, Mr. Bell and our other board member that is here, and you, Rusty. It's a big difference from previous years of trying to negotiate that contract. So thank you all for being here, and more importantly, thank all of those that were involved in this design and completion for getting the job done. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to ask Commissioner Joaquin Zamora to come and say a few words before we ask our General Manager from Irrigation District number 1. So, Commissioner.
Thank you, Marco. I think Charlie pretty much said it all. But on behalf of the city and Courts Mayor and Villalobos, we're very happy and very pleased with this project. For me, you know, it's great to have the convention center and the performing arts center and all the retail we have, but God darn it, without water, there is no life. Plain and simple. That's what I was having a discussion with Mr. Rodriguez. It's a shame there's not more people here, because this is the lifeline of our city. As our city continues to grow north in the northwest direction, without water, we don't have toilets to flush, baths to take, water to cook. And we'd like to see more rooftops in this part of town, right, as our growth continues, but you can't have that growth unless with water. And while this may be, for the general population, maybe not as significant in their daily lives, it will be. And we understand and we appreciate you being here, and obviously our distinguished guests being here, because you obviously have a clear understanding of the importance of this project. It secures McAllen's future for the decades and many, many years to come. Congratulations on behalf of the Board of Commissioners for McAllen Public Utility, their board members, the Board of Irrigation District number 1, Mr. McDaniel. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you for securing our livelihood and our prosperity in our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner, and we really do sincerely appreciate the interest that Commissioner Zamora has had with our utility, with water and sewer since he became a commissioner. extremely, extremely interested in everything that goes on with the utility, so we appreciate that, Commissioner. Next, I want to invite Mr. Bobby Bell, the President of Hidalgo County Irrigation District Number 1. Mr. Bell, would you say some words? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good morning. I came to eat, not to speak, but anyway, we are certainly glad to finally get this done. We value the partnership a bunch and hope that we have many, many years and we can increase and increase and increase the volume. Thank everybody with the city of McAllen for working so hard to try and get it done, and whenever you need something from the Water District Number 1, well, give us a holler. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me ask the obvious question, is the food ready? It is? All right. Okay, then I just want to thank everybody again. I didn't call out our engineers, but Marco Ramirez and Carlos Gonzalez were instrumental in all this, as they are with all of our projects. So thank you so much. We have a representative from IT here, Jason Shelton. Thank you, Jason, for being here. Yeah, nothing happens without water, and nothing happens without IT or computers. So we're in big trouble without either one of those, both of those. So thank you all for being here. We're going to have a lunch if you'd like to stay, barbecue, and again, thank you so much for sharing our progress with the city. Thank you all.